Hi, I'm Alice. Welcome to Dollyvana. Today I'm doing another in the continuing series of reviews where I show you the doll in the box and then I will go away and unbox her and play with her and see what I really think and give you a more thorough and considered opinion. So today I'm looking at Enchantimals Sage Skunk. Now my initial impression of Sage in the box is that she looks quite cheaply made and she has a molded top and a molded collar and an unhemmed tiny little skirt. She is a lot smaller than I thought she would be. She is in fact the size that I was sort of hoping the Ever After High Pixies would be, and she does bear more than a passing resemblance to the Pixies. Now she does come with a very cute pet skunk. The screening on the skunk, I'll have to show you when it's out of the box. I don't think I'm going to get it on camera, but it looks almost pixely. It looks, yeah, it's sort of blurry. Anyway, I'll show you when it's out of the box. It's not a very good paint job either on the skunk. Now, if I show you the back of the box, getting that without any glare hopefully, you can see that the artwork is incredibly cute. The artwork is much cuter than the doll. Initial impressions, anyway. Oh yes, you can see she's got some artwork on the front of the box. So Sage Skunk. Sage has a mind as quick as her feet. She's an ace problem solver, and no matter how complicated the situation, Sage can find a solution for it. She's also more than a bit of a prankster at heart. So I want to like her, but we'll see what I think when I get her out of the box. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Hi, welcome back. Today I will be doing the in-depth part of the review of Sage Skunk from the Enchantimals range. Now bear with me while I tilt the camera so that you can mostly be looking at the dolls and not me and my fluffy toy collection. I'm going to start by giving you my opinion on the doll herself. So first off, see if I can get the camera to focus on her face. Come on. There we go. Okay, so there is her face. Her face is actually very cute. I think you can see she's got a white painted stripe detail at the top. Nice big eyes, a little nose. Now, if I can make it focus on her top, you can see the paint is not quite so good. It's still a very cute pattern though, very folk art. Let's see if I can do a close-up on her pet. There we go, that's almost in focus. Now I don't know if you can see, I hope this is showing up, but the paint job on her pet, although it's very cute, it's also almost pixelated. You can definitely see sort of dots. It's not a smooth screening. And also the pink on the flower does not perfectly hit the flower. She has a couple of little paint marks elsewhere on her body, but all in all, she's pretty cute. So as you see, they're not the highest quality toys. Her hair is also really terrible. I mean, it feels kind of horrible to the touch. It's extremely stiff, even though I've brushed it out. I don't think you're going to have a lot of luck with styling this, although I haven't tried boil perming it. Also, because she has this cute side cut style, please focus. I suppose I will get better at focusing these as I go along. There, that's what I wanted to show you. When it comes round to the back of her head, you can quite clearly see where they've used a different plastic just in a circle at the very back of her head, and her hair does not cover the seam. Also, where her ear sits, there's a giant gap between her ear and her head at the side where there isn't any hair, where there would be a need to leave room for hair on the other side. You can see on the other side there's also a gap, and a bit of a bald spot behind her ear. That doesn't bother me so much, but the circle of head showing in the back really kind of bugs me. So on to her tail. Her tail is actually attached in the middle of her back. There we are. It's made of a furry, sort of fun fur material, clearly fake, not extremely well made, not extremely soft. Now, of course, it has to go in the middle of her back so that she can wear her little skirt, which I'll say more about in a minute. I also want to point out her plastic collar, which actually has some fairly detailed paintwork on it. A little bit blobby, but colorful. Now, this is without any rubber bands on the collar. I took them off, and it's actually quite difficult. Like, her collar is going to stay on pretty well without even having the rubber bands, so I wouldn't worry about de-rubber banding it because it won't just fall off. Come on, focus. Oh, almost. There we are. So that's what she looks like without the collar. I think she's kind of cuter without it. Now, if we take off the skirt, it'll come off over her shoes. Okay, let's try that again. First we'll take off her shoes. They're a little bit stiff, but you see, they do come off. Her skirt comes off, and underneath she is basically wearing a swimsuit. So that I do like. That. Come on. Focus for me here, please. Okay. So she looks pretty cute even without the skirt. So if you lose the skirt, it's no big deal. She still looks like she's clothed. You could even make her other little skirts. Little skirt itself is very simple. It's just a piece of unhemmed fabric. Come on, focus. Just a piece of unhemmed fabric with stitching at the top to make it stretchy. She has a little ridge around her waist. Come on. Am I getting better at this? There we go, you can see, so that it doesn't slip too far up her body. She has cute little feet, her shoes do come off. Skunk shoes with a cute stripe detail. There we go. And they look kind of furry. So the boots are actually one of my favorite parts about her. Now her little pet has the same exact kind of tail that she does, so it's fuzzy and fluffy but not actually very nice to the touch. Not sure how well these things are going to wear in play. That would be one worry. So my verdict on her is she's actually pretty cute. She's not extremely high quality, but I think she would be fun to play with. Obviously, her only articulation is hips, shoulders, and neck. So we just put your skirt back on. And then the next thing I wanted to do was compare her to some of my other dolls and see maybe who should be a good little sister for and how she stands up against some of the other ones. So the most obvious doll comparison is, of course, the Ever After High Winter Pixies. Now you can see she is, not got the camera tilted down quite enough for that. She is quite a bit shorter than the Winter Pixies. Now, I have to say, this is the size I had actually hoped the Winter Pixies would be. So it's nice to have a doll that is that size. I'd hoped they would be tiny in comparison to the Ever After High dolls. So, just for comparison here, actual Ever After High doll, Winter Pixie. So only less than a head shorter. Ever After High doll, Enchantimals doll. That's about the size I'd hoped for. And in fact, I have Kitty out here because, as you can see, their faces are a really good color match, and I think she makes a very cute little sister or perhaps cousin for Kitty Cheshire. So, back you go over there, Kitty. So, similarities to the Pixies, the same articulation, the same sort of slender build compared to the other dolls. Plastic collar. Of course, the Pixies have a full dress, but it is made of the same kind of fabric and it is left unhemmed at the edge. Now, I have to say the Winter Pixies' hair is a lot better. Their hair is normal doll hair. It feels really nice. The rooting is pretty good. There aren't giant gaps around her ears. Her face paint is a lot better. Let's see if I can get a good close-up of her here for you. Come on, focus. There we go. I don't know how much this is going to show up on the camera. I'll have to see when I get this on the computer, but her face paint just looks a lot smoother. And of course, these guys have removable shoes, removable dresses. I've left her collar rubber banded on, actually. I think I was afraid that it would come off. So, next up we have Pinepoli Steamtail. I think I got that right. Just look at her face. There we go. Now her face is actually really good too. Just see, she's got really cute eyebrows. Again, a much better paint job than the Enchantimals. She has similar slender build and articulation. Her shoulders move. Of course, she has two sets of moving leg joints. Her tail can move a bit, and her head moves. Also, she has removable wings. And her hair, again, is normal doll hair. She has so much of it that I've actually pulled it back into a little braid on top here just so that you can actually still see her wings. So she is unexpectedly a lot of fun to play with. You can do all the hairstyling that you can do with the other dolls, and she's very cute. So let me show you a direct comparison shot. Hopefully this will focus on the two of them. There we are. So you can see the Frightmare's head is actually a lot smaller than the Enchantimals' head. For height, with their feet at the same height, the Enchantimals are taller. So they don't really look quite like they come from the same universe the way that she does with Kitty. And there is one more doll that I wanted to include in this, which is my hybrid Winter Pixie and Hello Kitty doll. Now, in case you haven't seen that one, these are the Hello Kitty dolls. Their faces are quite horrific. I think my camera is refusing to focus because it dislikes her face this time, but we'll see. Come on. Come on. There we go. There, yes. I really hate their faces. Their hair is actually terrible but better than the Enchantimals' hair. Their dresses are a little bit on the ludicrous side, but their bodies have proper joints. I can show you more easily on this one. So she's got proper knee joints that actually articulate really well. She can kneel, she can sit. Proper elbow joints. I take that off, you can see. Proper elbow joints, so she can move. She's got a wrist joint. She can easily touch her face. Now, of course, you'll notice the skin tone on this doll is not the same as on the Winter Pixies, so at the moment I'm just pretending that she's wearing a lot of makeup, and maybe I'll think about repainting, but with all those joints, it's going to be kind of difficult. I was really pleased to find that she fits all of the Winter Pixie clothing, including the boots. Her feet are a teensy bit large for the boots, but they go on just fine, they stay on just fine. She is a lot of fun to play with. Now, of course, it also has the advantage of making her shorter, so now she's about a head shorter than she would have otherwise been. She's not as slender, but she has all the joints. Now, I quite understand why with a doll this size she's not got articulated joints. I'm not sure you really could do that with such skinny little limbs, so I don't really mind that on a doll this scale. I will say I really do love playing with my highly articulated Pixie hybrid here, but I can understand why she isn't jointed. So, overall verdict on the Enchantimals dolls. I paid full price for her. I'd have been a lot happier to pay less, but I actually think that her price point is pretty good, especially considering that she does come with a pet. Her face is very cute. The thing that bothers me the most is this bit at the back of her head and the fact that her hair quality is really, really awful. However, perhaps this means that if you have a small child, it will stand up better to play and tangle less. I would be very tempted to do a reroot, actually, if I thought I could fix her. I'm definitely going to be repainting this bit at the back of the scalp, because hopefully if I can match it up a bit better, you can see some of the paints come off. It'll look better. My overall verdict on these, though, I think I would have liked them to be higher quality, but actually they're quite fun. I probably will be buying the flamingo one, because I think she's pretty good. Some of them I didn't find that cute in the shop. I definitely thought that she was cute. So I probably will not be buying the whole set, but I probably will be buying more of them. I don't think I'm going to try to hybrid their heads onto other bodies. I don't really think they're high quality enough for me to try that unless I did a full mod with new hair and touching up the paint and all that. Probably won't be bothered to do that. I don't believe that her boots are going to fit any other dolls in my collection. I don't think any other clothing I have would fit these. Or you could make a dress for her that would cover this sort of swimsuit thing that she's wearing, but you would have to leave space for the tail. I think that's really all I have to say about her. I would say if you find these on sale, definitely pick them up, but be prepared for them to be quite a bit lower quality than something like the Frightmares. Even just feeling her hair and sort of the length of it and how well it behaves. If you want a doll where you can play with the hair, don't buy one of these. But if you want a doll that's tiny and cute and actually the size that you hoped that the Winter Pixies would be, then buy one of these. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!